These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. Brandon Wilson to return it. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Bengal offense ready to go here to start the third quarter. And I would imagine this is where you have to take stock of the situation, CD, and say, gosh, we're halfway to the Lombardi Trophy. Let's not slow down now.
And I like the way you went there. Let's not slow down now, because the first half certainly went their way. And I would expect them to continue with that type of a game plan. But you're right. You do think back to Super Bowl 54. 49ers had a double-digit lead in the fourth quarter, couldn't hold on. So plenty can still happen.
Again, it's Burrow on 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. That's strong running. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it. And, oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground, incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. A handoff to Mixon, and he'll take this one up close to about the 45. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots.
Oh, what a juke into space. Touchdown. Jamar Chase with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Bengals just continue to pour it on.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at about the 31. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for Bengals TD. What a moment for him, a pick 6 in the Super Bowl. You think about some of the big pick 6s over the history of this huge game. I remember, because I was watching with a lot of Colts fans, Tracy Porter picking Peyton Manning to get the Saints' first title.
Yeah, that one pretty much sealed the deal for New Orleans as well. But I got to go back a ways because, you know, unfortunately I'm considerably older. Herb Adderley, the Green Bay Packers, got it all started. The first pick six, Super Bowl II against the Oakland Raiders, and some of the better ones that were out there. You might remember Dwight Smith of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers had 2 in one game when they won their Super Bowl championship against Rich Gannon in Oakland. You mentioned Tracy Porter already. How about James Harrison of the Steelers? You remember that one? 100 yards right before the half ended? That was a big-time play. But for me, the absolute classic, Willie Brown in slow motion against the Vikings for the Raiders. The grand old man, Willie Brown, 75 yards.
You recall them all, and what a play here. Another pick six in the Super Bowl. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Short kick, one of the up. Now a hit and a loose football, and the Bengals grab it. And this is taken into the end zone, a fumble recovery, and a Cincinnati touchdown. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't
would
even
do for
know
them?
why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little. But going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing it.
That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase with a record 4th Super Bowl touchdown tonight. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Zach Taylor's made the decision. They'll go for 2 here. And Burrow's going to look to throw for it. And he's got it. They add on more. A little salt in the wound. 2-point conversion makes this lead even bigger.
But I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on. But apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
It's a squibber picked up around the... Now a hit and a loose football. And the Bengals grab it. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Defense.
So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
now the offense for the Bengals being called back out as they'll try to add on 2 more. They'll try and throw for it. It's complete. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. It's a squib kick picked up near the 25. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark, some...
And oh, my goodness, he loses it again. And the Bengals grab it. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think that you take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
He'll let this go for the end zone. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase, 47 yards. And the Bengals take advantage of the turnover to put up 6. And that touchdown reception is the 5th for him in this game, and that ties the NFL record.
And a record that's held up since 1950. This is another person that's tied it, but think about this. Bob Shaw said it in 1950. Kellen Winslow came along and tied it. And then, of course, Jerry Rice tied it as well. And finally, we're seeing it here one more time. Phenomenal.
And this is going to be caught. I'm not sure about the need to go for 2, but they get it and extend this lead out even further.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there. And sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 48 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
And his throw is going to be incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
To throw again on second down. Stafford. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 39. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just threw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game telling all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercept it. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone. Again, here's P. Ryan. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. So tack on 3 more, though it's just a rare drive where they did not find the end zone.
Yeah, you're right about that, partner. But at this point, I don't think you're too concerned about that. You just want to possess the football for a while and drain the clock. If you can get 3 out of it, that's great, too.
And solid field position here to start as they get this out to the 40-yard line.
We all know that teams never want to use the word panic. But if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
After the interception, here's Stafford. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage. Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Playing success in this game already. 2 touchdown catches, but that was a very dangerous throw. But you have to understand, with 2 catches already for touchdowns, they're going to try and force it to him at times as well.
They go play action with Burrow. Being chased out left. Well, he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th.
2 things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the 1st down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
And as is to be expected, this is nowhere near being good from that distance. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, he does have a good leg. I'll give him that. But not that good.
Not by a long shot.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. One quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Second and 2. Throwing is Stafford. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
3rd and 2, Stafford. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the Bengals are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Throw left side complete. That's Brown. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A big play that time through the air. 37 yards.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 60 yards for him on the ground now and 3 touchdowns to go along with it. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. Now Joe Mixon. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up 1st down.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon with a record 4th Super Bowl touchdown tonight. And the Bengals go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
McPherson on for the point after. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that one... Here's Johnny Hecker now as he's on to punt for L.A. This is taken at the 23. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bengals drive about to get going. They try to eat some clock with Mixon. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 124 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football. We just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. That one looks like he'll throw here. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Flushed out right. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. At first glance, I actually wasn't sure that he got it, but he ended up getting it by about a full yard.
He certainly did, but it took a little effort, didn't it? Took some nice push, a little crease inside, and some determined running to make sure that he got the first down.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. And they will take a knee here. Bengal Nation rejoice. Cincinnati has given you the Super Bowl title. And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that, because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture, that your name will be a part of it. That's got to be an incredible feeling, because it's been a long journey to get there, and now they get a chance to enjoy it.
And they end this year just how everybody wants to end the year, holding the Lombardi Trophy. What a season for them. What a ride it's been for us as well here in the booth. For Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you next season right here on EA Sports.